what you've got is a drag racing legend from this area that hasn't raced since 1988, and the fact that he's coming back, you know, that ought to be a real story right there.
I started going to some of the events that the gases were putting on, and you know, I'm running the Gene a couple of times, and he said, you know, I'm thinking I might build me a gasser. That'd be fun. I says, if you ever build one, I would love an opportunity just to come down there and help if I could, or if I'm in the way, let me know.
Gene and I were sitting at the barbecue house having lunch one day, and he says, you know, why don't you get me one of those gasser bodies? I said, Gene, I've been working on a wagon here. We need to get that thing finished. He says, you don't worry about the wagon. We'll get the thing finished. Give me one of those gasser bodies. So I called Scott Leber at Scott's Rods in Ohio.
I went by his house probably the end of the year, around December. Might have been right at January, and he had a piece of cardboard out. He was drawing a frame on it. He says, we're gonna build that gasser.
It started out as 2 rails in the floor. He actually drew the frame out on the floor on cardboard, and it evolved to a complete race car.
I think the guys that everybody kind of getting on this bandwagon with Gene and his reputation just shows you his character, you know, how he is appreciated, and especially in the drag racing world.
We're all a big family. These guys are not getting paid anything. I didn't get paid anything. We don't want anything. It is the point that we're building the car that we enjoy because we watched them growing up, these gassers race.
You wouldn't believe the fun we have at 2 in the morning, you know, working on something. People think it would be a burden, but no way. It's a great opportunity.
It wasn't like, I need you to come and help me. I need you, you know. As far as everybody here, I don't know of anybody that he asked. Everything was, I want to be part of it. I want to help.
For some reason, I ain't figured out yet why. They just got real interested in this project, and they stayed late at night every night to help me. And it was really, we're kind of doing this to capture the old kind of racing where it was fun when we were young. And it really turned out like that because we all had such a good time doing it.
Without Quain Stott, there would not be a Southeast Gassers Association. This is a guy that built this series from nothing, and I have to give him all the credit, and the guys that run with him. If it wasn't for Quain Stott, there wouldn't be this. But you know, sooner or later, an organization has to grow and grow, and to bring in somebody of the caliber of Gene Fulton would be an excellent shot in the arm for this group here.
Just have an opportunity to be actually in the event and to see that car with Gene in it going down the track it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I don't care if it goes down the racetrack at 50 miles an hour. I just want to see him. You know, I just want to see it go down the racetrack. I want to see him when he gets back. I want to see the look on his face when he gets out of the car. If he'll get out of the car, he might not get out.
It's a chance for him to get back behind the steering wheel, make some passes, and something that, you know, people like to see.
Just to see Gene run this car will be, man, it'll be emotional, and to see how hard these guys have worked getting this car done.
It really makes me feel good. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know why they do it. I really don't know why they do it, but they like the kind of stuff that I'm doing here.
None of these guys are in it for the money. They're in it because they love drag racing. And Gene is doing this because for the first time in a long time, he's fallen in love with drag racing all over again.